Alright. Hi! Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. It's been a minute, I think. 3 months, I think, because I got caught up in life. Here I am today, here to talk about my favorite tools that I regularly use in my craft. Whether it's spell work stuff or just general things that make me feel good, I guess. Yeah, I guess let's get into it then. So the first item I want to talk about today is this lovely candle holder thing. It's actually a incense holder too, because of the tiny hole in there, and it can be a catch-all as well, I guess. I use it to hold my crystals at times and stuff like that. This particular thing is really special to me. A few years ago now, I had the amazing opportunity to go to the UK, England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. In Wales, I fell in love with that place. I can't even quite explain it, but while I was there, I felt home. How can you be homesick for a place that you have only gone to once? It's just insane. This was actually a wedding gift from my aunt. She picked this up on her own trip there. This clay was gathered from the land there, so I have a piece of home right here. Extremely special to me. It's still one of my most cherished gifts pretty much of all time. That brings me to just candles in general. I tend to do a lot of candle magic. One of my roommates, he actually has a bad reaction to incense, so I had to find other means of, like, say, cleansing my space, and I chose candles, particularly white candles. Light them before I do this, or before tarot and all of that jazz. I cleanse my space. The next thing is my crystals. I only recently started to use crystals because they weren't exactly working with me personally, but I fell in love with selenite. I have a couple of stones. I have this stick here, which I keep on my altar. It's to just keep the space cleansed and purified. And I use this as well to charge my other crystals. Selenite is great because it can kind of keep a charge on its own. I also keep a smaller tumbled one up on my bookshelf up there. I don't want to remove it. It's because it just has to stay there. But yeah, so I use selenite quite a bit. That brings me to the other two crystals that I use. I don't exactly use them for for altar work, but I keep these two next to me for a simple fact They comfort me. Whenever my anxiety is high, I just take one of these and I hold it and I just rub it, and it helps to calm me down. This is a obsidian palm stone that I got in one of my boxes. Oh yes, the bone and steel box, which is amazing. I'll do a review of the next one. It hits right in my palm. It has a really nice weight to it, and it's really, really nice. It comforts me. And same with this Phantom Quartz, is this small guy here, and this has one rounded side and then one completely flattened side, and so it's really easy to hold and just rub and everything. It's like this. It helps me a lot. So those are the crystals that I use. Okay, what should I talk about next? Okay, so I have a very special place in my heart for tarot. It's just one of those things I love. When I was first getting into tarot, or being interested in tarot, I of course wanted my own deck. I went to a little metaphysical shop in my hometown, and I'll never forget when the owner of the shop, she was really not pushy, but was adamant with the idea of me holding them while I chose one out. If you are a beginner, I would highly recommend going to a store to buy one in person. It's a lot like the whole wand chooses the wizard thing. It really is, because the decks speak to you, and this one happened to be a match. It's this Rider Tarot deck, and this is really what started it all, is this deck. But I've recently started to use a new deck that I have grown extremely fond of, the Modern Witch deck. It is just amazing. I love this deck quite a bit. Let's stop and have some tea real fast. And speaking of tea, this teapot is one of my most used in terms of my my spell work and everything like that. I use it before I perform spells or do my tarot or blah blah blah. I use it to drink a calming teas. It's like a chamomile or lavender tea to help me get in the right headspace. And this tea's way too hot still. I'm gonna put it back. It's gonna burn me. Eyebrows. Going back to card decks, this deck here is extremely special to me. It's just a regular old card deck, but it's not regular to me. It's my great grandfather. He before he passed, this was a gift from him. He was a magician, and when I went to visit him once, he showed me a trick with this deck. And then when he was done, he gave it to me, and it stuck to me, and it's special to me, and because of that, I keep it right by me at all times. It's because it's another one of those things where when I feel down or depressed or anxious, I grab it and I just play with it. And yeah, it's a really special card deck to me, and yeah, moving on. If I can ever get it back in the box. It wants to be out. Okay, I'll put you right there. Ha! There you go. Now let's see if this tea has cooled down. It is rosy. I love rose tea so much. It is one of my favorites. The next item is this halter bone. Freya has always been one of those that have stuck out to me. I have yet to get a statue of her, which is strange, but whatever. This works. I use this a lot for offerings to Freya. Oh yeah. So I have always been really big into aromatherapy. I keep this everywhere I go. It lives in my purse. This is a lavender roller ball from Vitality Extracts. Once again, whenever I am feeling anxious and stuff like that, I take this roller ball thing, and I apply it right here, behind the ears, and I breathe in and breathe out, and it calms me down almost immediately. And it smells really good too. Every once in a while, I do the temples and my wrists as well, and it actually does calm me down quite a bit. Okay, trying to think if there's anything else. There probably is, to be honest, because there's everyday things that I use that it's endless, really. I might eventually do a part 2. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. Thank you so much for sticking around and stuff and hanging out, and I will see you all next time. Bye.